Hey everyone, John Henry here from School of Trade, and today we're going to be taking a look at crude oil on a rejection off of the previous high of day. And actually, there's quite a few previous highs of day up here that we're just sort of bouncing out of. Now, along with that, we also have a couple different areas that we'll talk about in a second. I just want to place my order here. So we want to go short at 122. We're going to sell 4 contracts there. Now, while we're waiting for this to set up here, there's a couple reasons why I really like this area that we're looking to go short in. First off, obviously we've got the previous high of day right here, actually a few of them, all these big, thick yellow lines. And we attempted to go above them, and then we're just swatted right back down. And we've done this a few times today where if we zoom out a little bit, we can see, we tried to do it back here, and we did make it above for a little bit, double topped, fell right back down again. Came back, tested it, failed down. Came back, tested it, failed down again. Then when we finally made our way back up here again, rejected right back down, pushed through, bounced back down again. I mean, you can kind of see the pattern here. So what we're looking for is another move just like we had over here, where now we've rejected back down. We've got a 1, 2, 3 reversal. And we're just looking for this to trigger us in to fall right back down again. Now, along with that, we also have a really strong support zone that we can see right here, this big red block. That lines up directly with the previous high of day from this previous blow-off back here. So we're looking for just a really big area of resistance up in this area. So first things first, we had that 1, 2, 3 cross. We're looking at a simple wave pattern on the way down. We did break below the BMT, so it does add a little bit of strength to the downside on this. And really all we're looking to do here is target the first target, 10 ticks or so at this swing low just to get the move going. But the overall target's going to be down here at 99.96. So we're going to be targeting these lows around that area there. So we're just waiting to get filled here, looking short at 122, and from there, like I said, we'll put our stop just above this swing high here at 130, probably 132. There we go. And actually our stop is pretty close, 132. There we go, so we'll just bump that by a tick. Our first target is right at the swing low, and that's actually perfect. It's exactly where we want it to go. Second target is going to be at 99.96. We're going to go a tick ahead of it just to be a little bit safe. This is sort of a buffer zone down here. This whole area down here is where we can look to take profit. Just to be a little bit more conservative, we're going to go a couple ticks off of the high of that range, but really, anytime we pierce down into this range, you can look to take your profits right off in that location there. So digging down into that first target, filled really quickly there. So let's just put our target right down, our stop to break even. Now we did have one contract fill at a different price, 122, so it gives us kind of a funky entry price. It's just kind of the way it averages out. So our stop technically, if I guess technically is a break-even stop. Where we'll make maybe a little bit on it, because our entry right here, we have 3 contracts that sold short at 123, and then one that got filled 1 tick later. That's just kind of the thing you run into when you're doing stop orders to get in at 22. So we'll make a tick. Well, kind of. It's just kind of a weird end. Basically, our stop is at break even, though, so we'll just leave it there. We might gain or lose a tick or so just because of that funky fill that we had right there, but that's fine. Pretty much overall at break even. So now we're just waiting for price to come down and fill this next target down here at 99.97, catching a nice move off of this location here. And, it wouldn't be a big surprise to see us come down and maybe make a measured move on the way down as well. So we can take a look at that from this high down. And my arrow's in blue. Let's just adjust that to a brighter color here. Chartreuse is good. And if we drag this arrow down here, you can see, I mean, even a measured move on the way down drops us right on top of where we're already looking to get out at. So, I mean, we really can't ask for a much better final target than that. So take that off here. Now, we took our first contract off at 10 ticks, so 2 off at 10. We're looking for the other 2 off down here at 97. So we'll measure that down here. So one of them is going to be 26 ticks and one will be 25 just because of the way that it's measured out. So in reality, it'll be about 25 and 26. You'll have 51 ticks on the final target if we get filled down there. And again, that's just because we had sort of a weird fill on that entry there. We had 3 filled at 23 and then 1 filled at 22. So just waiting for a push down here, and we'll see if we can get that next leg down. We are catching quite a bit of selling pressure out of this, and that's exactly what we were looking for. That's the same thing that happened when we came back here. We tested it a bunch of different times, and we finally crossed down and had that bias to shift. We gave it one more shot, and then immediately shot right back down. And that's kind of the same thing we're getting now. We tested it, bias shifts, go into a 1, 2, 3 wave pattern, right back down to the downside. So really, really solid setup by itself. So we'll see if we can get that next leg down here. Because of the bearishness that we're seeing here, I don't really want to pause it because I think it's going to happen pretty soon. But we'll give it a couple seconds here to kind of play out.
Target filled.
There we go. Got that target filled there at 99.97. I mean, a beautiful trade. You can't really ask for a whole lot more than that. It did get a little bit slopped up here in the middle, and it's not really a big surprise considering we've got that big round number there at 100 even. We got a little bit slopped up in that area, and that's actually where this bounce took place. But, I mean, overall, just a really, really good trade there. So basically on the trade here, we went short 3 of them at 23, 1 at 22. So the first 2 are going to get taken out at 10. So we have 2 off at 10 for 20. And then the second one, our second target, got taken out down here at 99.97 for 25, and we'll measure back for the other one in 26. So you're looking at 51 plus another 10 times 2. So overall, really, really solid trade. Looking at a total of $710, that little extra tick there. An absolutely gorgeous trade. And that's exactly what we were looking for. A nice failure inside out pattern, right into a 1, 2, 3 wave, into a simple wave. I mean, just so many things stacked up on the same time that really hard to not hop into that trade. So that's going to be the trade for today. If you have any questions about it, feel free to shoot an email to School of Trade. And don't forget to check out our trial at schooloftrade.com. Have a good one. Bye.